everyone, and welcome to what will be the first of 21 Power Ranger reviews. Yeah, I know, I've been teasing this for many months, maybe even a year or so, but I decided I'm either going to do it or not, and I'm deciding on doing it. Why? Because I'm a Power Rangers lifelong fan and an analyzer. Apparently, if you analyze something, allegedly, you ruin fandoms. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, though. What this video is about, Chaotic Review, is Power Rangers, Megaforce, and Super Megaforce. How was the 20th anniversary season of my beloved Power Rangers? A series that I have not missed in a single episode of. Now, granted, I must give a warning here. This is before Nicktoons tomorrow will air an extended version of the season finale for Super Megaforce that is 75 minutes long and has some scenes that we didn't see in the original cut that was aired yesterday. So, with that in mind, I will be releasing a short video tomorrow talking about the extended scenes and whether it improved this rating. But this is the overall review of the seasons as a whole. You see, Megaforce, based on Gosei Ranger in Japanese, is actually literally 2 seasons in one. The first, based on the aforementioned Gokai Ranger, and the second, based on a completely different version of Super Sentai that was formerly known in English, supposedly, as Power Rangers Pirates. You see, they decided to combine the two concepts into two completely different but somehow connected seasons. You see, Gosei is Zordon's young protege. Yes, that Zordon. The Zordon that died all the way back in Power Rangers in Space. He summoned up a new team of Rangers to defend the Earth against an incoming invasion. First, by a group of insects looking to dominate and exterminate the human race, and second, by the most evil armada in the universe. Now, the season's Rangers are 6. Troy, the automatic leader of the team. The tomboyish Gia, who always wore a leather jacket. The Billy of the group, named Noah, and it's nice that the smart character is also African American in descent. Jake, the sports-loving goof-off of the team, and the fun-loving, nature-supporting Emma. All friends at the same high school, and when the first season of Megaforce begins, Troy is a brand new transfer student, but he's been haunted by a very interesting dream, one that gets teased on a multitude of occasions through the season. When the evil insectoids show up, Gosei enlists them with the help of his robot assistant Tensu. Taking a cue from Mighty Morphin in more ways than one, Gosei makes them the Megaforce Rangers, based on animals: phoenix, snake, shark, among others. And they're morphers that actually look like Gosei actually have power cards that unlock the power weapons and special abilities. These power cards grow immensely not only in variety but in power over the season. Plus, they gain a pseudo Battleizer Lights of Orion mode called Ultra Mode near the end of Megaforce. But the big problem with the first season of Megaforce is that the plot isn't really all that interesting, and the insectoid army is not really all that intimidating either. Sans one character, the very cunning, manipulative Rock, who happens to be the older prince of evil in this empire. But as all Power Ranger seasons go, the Rangers quickly overrun the insectoids, taking out the mainstay and the main orders of the group, all except for Rock, who is told to hang loose and wait. Also, the Rangers make a new friend in the form of Robo-Knight. Robo-Knight is a straight-up robot, but he was tasked by Gosei to help in the protection of the Earth. There is quite an interesting subplot mid-season about Robo-Knight learning how to be a human being and ultimately learning to trust his Rangers as teammates. But ultimately, at the end of the first season of Megaforce, it seems like Robo-Knight has been sacrificed in the evil villain's ultimate defeat. Only then to have the Armada of Evil show up. They wreck place to the Earth, and with new enemies known as X-Borgs, the stakes are inevitably raised. Thus, Gosei also raises the stakes by introducing a brand new morpher and redubbing the team the Super Megaforce. Now, the brand new morpher is where the second Ranger concept comes in. The second morphers based on Gokai Ranger in Japan allow the Power Rangers to change into the different Power Ranger powers of the previous seasons, something that is alluded to by the way that the command center looks in Megaforce. All around the walls of the Megaforce command center are small like keys that represent the Ranger ancestry from Mighty Morphin all the way up. And this is key in Super Megaforce. Pardon the pun. As they gain access to new, stronger weapons, like a blunderbuss gun and cutlass sabers, among others, and even for Jake, a color change from black to green, to justify a lot of the future seasons of Rangers not having a black Ranger, the Super Megaforce are also equipped with a brand new Megazord known as the Skyship that can form into the legendary Megazord. With the legendary Megazord and the Legend Keys, the Rangers access all the legendary powers from previous seasons. Now, obviously, you would think this is a gold mine for plot points and nods to Ranger history. But unfortunately, the writers of the season did not take full opportunity to utilize the vast history of Power Rangers at their disposal, with SPD being the most used legendary power, as well as a couple of times of Mighty Morphin. There are entire gaps where seasons are not alluded to, and there are few of the legendary powers from seasons that have no American equivalent, that are just from the original Japanese show Super Sentai with no American connection. Heck, there's even a nod to the next season in an episode if you can spot it. But also, later in the season, the Rangers make up for the loss of Rogonite by meeting a new alien friend named Orion, the Silver Megaforce Ranger. The Silver Megaforce Ranger brings with them a personality of a Naj and a grudge to pay, seeing that the Empire took out Orion's home planet and he's out for some payback. And he's well equipped for the job, with a powered trident and skills to match Orion. Certainly makes for a more relatable character than that of Rogonite. But later in the season, he's also equipped his own Zord, a remastered version of the Time Force Q-Rex Megazord. That also shares a little bit with Dino Thunder's Megazord, using dual drills and dominating power. And ultimately, they do learn to combine the two Megaforce Megazords into one ultimate legendary Zord. Now, the original Megaforce Megazords, known as the Gosei Great Megazord, are still available, but as soon as the season changed over from Megaforce to Super Megaforce, sadly those Megazords were quickly neglected for the Megaforce Zords. And there stands a reason. Even in Zord form, the Super Megaforce can tap into the legendary powers of some of the Megazords, from Ninja Storm's Mini Zord to even a super secret RPM Megazord later known as the Turbo Falcon, among others. Even the Red Lion from Wild Force lends a hand and is impressively recrafted. Also, there is a meetup with the Power Rangers Samurai's Red Ranger Jaden early in the original Megaforce season, which is a nice nod to past continuity, which a lot of this is nods to the Power Rangers universe, just not overly utilized well. A lot of missed opportunities abound. The action scenes, both morphed and unmorphed, are impressive, and the Rangers can fight. The sad thing is, though, the Rangers can't act. This is one of the worst human teams in terms of acting in the history of Power Rangers. Some lines come out dry, unmotivated, especially the actor for Troy's character seems unmotivated by the goings-on, and sub-characters are given weak bit parts that they don't seem ultimately motivated for. It almost sounds like the entire show, although done with English acting and English stunts, the acting itself in terms of vocals sounds almost dubbed in nature, which makes the emotions of the actual scenes not have as much impact as you might think. especially in the major invasion scenes when the Armada decides to bring full bore into an attack. And also, the season's second half also lacks the full episode list of the first, and the villains of the second are lackluster, weak, and ridiculous, especially the main villain for most of the season of Super Megaforce, the evil Prince Vicar. When he makes his first appearance the first couple episodes, he makes it known that he wants the Rangers destroyed and takes it seriously. But once he starts losing, he starts becoming a whining, sniveling, almost a woe as me comedy villain. Only when the actual Emperor near the end of Super Megaforce shows up do we have a villain of actual weight and seriousness. And even the Rangers storm the main ship of the Armada, mainly Troy and Orion, and destroy the Emperors themselves. But of course, the big tease of the season has to do with that dream. See, the dream is having all the Power Rangers teams fighting together against a huge Armada attack as the Armada makes one final stand to take Earth. This leads into one of the most visually impressive and, in this reviewer's opinions, emotional moments I've had as a Power Rangers fan. To see all the Rangers together, all of them, all 20 years, all 124 American represented Rangers, all present, all accounted for, not all the actors accounted for, unfortunately, battling it out. Sounds like an awesome idea if it weren't just a group of X-Boars. Seeing the actual Japanese version of this, known as the Legendary War, monsters from previous seasons, as well as X-Boards and even different versions of the Putties, Cogs, and others, attack the Super Ranger team up as they battle for Earth, with Gosei sacrificing his own power to win day. Something that is alluded to, but strangely of the original 30-minute airing, it seems like a lot of the plot of this ultimate victory was cut out, and it will be surprising to see what exactly was left on the floor tomorrow. But as a positive to the finale, Ranger veterans like Wes, Corone, TJ, Cassie, the Samurai team, and yes, the legendary, the Power Ranger God, Jason David Frank as Tommy Oliver, returning for the first time in 17 years as the Green Ranger. Yes, there's even a nod to White Ranger when he saved a kid using Sava, which obviously that was a prop, but still, nice little nod. Even Carter and Dana from Lightspeed Rescue getting on the fray, and one Ranger veteran that I did not notice is Leo. Man, Leo's a totally different character now. It's almost shocking. But although the season and the theme had good ending to it, the entire season is a season of missed opportunities, not going deep enough. Yes, it pays massive respect to the 20-year history of the lore, and if that was the case, it certainly has accomplished it. But you can kind of say it's a super fanny nitpick that I just wanted more. I wanted every season represented. The Zeo Crystal referenced. Things that would have tied the history of Power Rangers into one continuity bow as it's headed towards its next generation. But it's not to say this season wasn't on the right track, because it certainly was. This season is much more superior than the next season, no doubt, that I will review, Power Rangers Samurai, but only because of the Retro Ranger references and the better overall powers. If the season were one universally connected season without having to use two different Sentai to make it work, it would have been more cohesive and more enjoyable. Instead, it almost feels like year 20 and year 21 almost feel too different to be considered the same, and having the same team and the same mentor and Gosei, while still having the old Zords from the previous season, throws everything off. What results is a sometimes entertaining but unbalanced mess. That's why I give Power Rangers Super Megaforce only a 6 out of 10. There's much better Power Rangers seasons than this, and it's so saddening that a lot of it has to do with missed opportunity. Sorry if the video ran a bit long, but there was a lot to say. Hopefully I won't have to go as long when I next give you my next Power Rangers review, when we talk about the revival of Saban being the makers of Power Rangers in Power Rangers Samurai. Find peace in your own nirvana.